Stop scrolling. What I'm about to tell you will determine whether you thrive or merely survive in 2026. Right now, at this very moment, the wealthiest 1% are making moves that will lock in their fortunes for the next decade, and the gap between them and everyone else is about to explode. The question isn't whether change is coming. The question is, which side of that divide will you be on? If you don't hit that like button and subscribe right now, you're already making your choice. Because what I'm about to reveal, most people will never see it coming. Welcome back. I'm not here to sugarcoat reality or sell you false promises. I'm here to give you the unfiltered truth about 2026 and why this year represents the single most important financial crossroads of your lifetime. See, every 10 to 15 years, there's a massive wealth transfer. We saw it in 2008. We saw it in 2020. And all the indicators, economic, technological, and geopolitical, are pointing to 2026 as the next inflection point. But here's what's different this time. The speed and scale of change will be unprecedented. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening, why most people are completely unprepared, and most importantly, the specific actions you need to take starting today to position yourself on the winning side of history. Let's talk about what's really happening in the economy right now. And I need you to understand this isn't theory. This is happening whether you're paying attention or not. Point 1. The interest rate environment first. Interest rates. After years of historically low rates, we're in a completely different world. What does this mean for you? It means money has a real cost again. Credit cards that were 15% are now pushing 25%. That mortgage, car loan, student debt, they're all becoming anchors around people's necks. But here's the flip side. If you have capital, you can finally earn real returns on safe investments again. This is the divide. Those with debt are sinking faster, while those with savings are earning compound interest that actually matters. Point 2. The inflation reality. Second, inflation. Yes, it's come down from the peaks, but let me be crystal clear. Your dollar buys significantly less than it did 3 years ago. The government tells you inflation is 3%, but your grocery bill, rent, and gas tank tell a different story. The average American has lost 15–20% of their purchasing power since 2021. That's gone. You can't get it back. The only question is, are you going to let 2026 take even more, or are you going to fight back? Point 3. The AI revolution. Third, and this is the big one, artificial intelligence isn't coming, it's here, and it's about to reshape the job market in ways that will make the Industrial Revolution look like a minor adjustment. Conservative estimates say 30–40% of current jobs will be significantly disrupted by 2030. That's not decades away, that's happening right now. If your income depends on routine tasks, data entry, basic analysis, or predictable patterns, you need to hear this. Your job is either going to evolve dramatically, or it's going to disappear. But here's the opportunity. The people who adapt, who learn to work with AI, who position themselves in AI-adjacent roles, are going to command premium salaries. The divide isn't human versus machine. It's humans who adapt versus humans who don't. Now let's talk about how people fall behind. Because if you can identify the traps, you can avoid them. Trap number 1. The consumption trap. This is where you earn money and immediately convert it into depreciating assets. The new iPhone, the car upgrade, the subscription services you forgot you have, the daily coffee that's actually $2,000 a year. I'm not telling you to live like a monk, but every dollar you spend is a dollar that can't compound for you. The wealthy understand this. Consumption is the enemy of wealth building. They buy assets. Everyone else buys liabilities. Trap number 2, waiting for the perfect time. Waiting for the market to crash, waiting for rates to drop, waiting for more money, waiting for clarity. Let me tell you something that might sting. There's never a perfect time. The perfect time was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. Someone who started investing $500 a month in 2015 has over $75,000 more than someone who waited until 2020 with the same amount, despite investing for fewer years. Timing beats money. Starting beats perfection. Trap number 3, skill stagnation. If you're doing the same job the same way you did 5 years ago, you're actually regressing. The world is moving forward. If you're standing still, you're falling behind. The people building wealth in 2026 are investing in themselves relentlessly. They're learning high-income skills. They're building side hustles. They're creating multiple income streams. They're not waiting for their employer to make them valuable. They're making themselves valuable. And trap number 4, high-interest debt. If you're carrying credit card debt at 20-25% interest, you need to understand something brutal. You cannot out-earn that. You can't invest your way out of it. That debt needs to be your number one priority because it's literally destroying your financial future at 25% per year. All right, enough about the problems. Let's talk about solutions. Let's talk about how you actually build wealth in 2026. First, build your foundation. Before anything else, you need an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Not invested in stocks, not in crypto. Liquid and safe. Why? Because wealthy people can take risks. Poor people can't. If you're one car repair away from credit card debt, you're not in a position to invest. You're in survival mode. The emergency fund is what graduates you from survival to strategy. Second, harness the power of compound interest. This is the most powerful force in wealth building, and most people completely waste it. If you invest $500 a month starting at age 25 and get a 10% average annual return, you'll have over $3 million by age 65. Start at 35, you'll have $1.1 million. Start at 45, $380,000. Same amount invested per month, but time makes a 10x difference. Where do you invest it? For most people, the answer is simple. Low-cost index funds, S&P 500 index funds, total market funds, not individual stocks, not crypto gambling, not your brother-in-law's startup. Boring, consistent, diversified investing beats almost everything over time. Third, create multiple income streams. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. 7. Not one job, not one investment. 7. This could be your primary job, a side hustle, freelance work, rental income, dividend income, interest from savings, online business. You don't need all 7 tomorrow, but you need to be actively building at least one additional stream starting now. Fourth, invest in high-income skills. In 2026, certain skills command premium prices. Coding, data analysis, AI prompt engineering, digital marketing, sales, video editing, copywriting, financial analysis. Pick one that aligns with your interests and go deep for 6 months. Take courses. Build a portfolio. Offer discounted services to build experience. Then start charging what you're worth. A high-income skill can add $20,000 to $100,000 to your annual income. That's generational wealth over a lifetime. Fifth, optimize your taxes. Wealthy people pay accountants thousands of dollars because they save tens of thousands in taxes. You need to understand, it's not about what you earn, it's about what you keep. Max out your 401k. Use a Roth IRA. Understand HSAs. If you have a side business, learn about deductions. The tax code is written to incentivize certain behaviors: investing, business ownership, real estate. Use it. Sixth, acquire appreciating assets. This is how the wealthy actually get wealthy. Real estate, businesses, stocks, intellectual property, things that grow in value over time. Can't afford a house? House hack? Buy a duplex, live in one unit, rent the other? Can't afford that? Invest in REITs? Can't do that? Build digital assets, online courses, YouTube channels, blogs. There's always a path. You just have to find your path. Okay, let's get tactical. Here's your specific action plan for the next 90 days. Month 1, do a complete financial audit. I mean complete. List every income source, every expense, every debt, every asset. You can't improve what you don't measure. Create a budget, not a restrictive prison, a plan for your money. Use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings and debt payoff. Adjust as needed, but have a system. Set up automatic transfers to your emergency fund. Even if it's $50 a week, automation removes the decision, and decisions are where people fail. Month 2, attack high-interest debt aggressively. Use the avalanche method, highest interest rate first. If you have credit card debt above 15%, this is your #1 priority. Pay minimums on everything else and throw every extra dollar at the highest rate. Open a Roth IRA or increase your 401k contribution, even if it's just 3% to start. The account needs to exist before you can build wealth in it. Start learning one high-income skill. Dedicate 30 minutes a day. That's 15 hours by the end of the month. You'll be shocked at what you can learn. Month 3, look for optimization opportunities. Call your insurance companies. Can you get better rates? Review your subscriptions. What can you cut? Can you negotiate a raise? Can you take on a small freelance project? Set up automatic investing. $100, $500, $1,000, whatever you can afford. Automatically invested every month. This is how you actually build wealth. Not with one big move, but with consistent, repeated actions. Track your progress. Net worth calculation. Assets minus liabilities. Do it monthly. Watch it grow. This becomes addictive, in a good way. Before we wrap up, we need to talk about mindset, because all the tactics in the world won't help if your thinking is broken. First, shift from scarcity to abundance thinking. Poor people think money is finite. There's only so much to go around. Wealthy people know money is abundant. It flows to those who provide value. Your job isn't to get money, it's to create value. When you solve problems, meet needs, and serve others, money follows naturally. Stop asking, how do I make money? And start asking, what value can I create? Second, master delayed gratification. Every dollar has two purposes: consumption now or wealth later. The wealthy choose wealth later. They understand that saying no to small things today means saying yes to big things tomorrow. That's not deprivation, that's power. That's choosing freedom over fleeting pleasure. Third, think long-term. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year and drastically underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. If you execute the strategies we've discussed consistently for 10 years, your life will be unrecognizable. But you have to start, and you have to persist. Fourth, embrace failure as education, not defeat. Every wealthy person has failed repeatedly. The difference? They learned, adjusted, and tried again. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. So here we are, 2026, the year that will determine your financial trajectory for the next decade. You have two paths in front of you: Path 1, do nothing. Keep doing what you're doing. Hope things work out. Watch others build wealth while you wonder why it's not happening for you. Path 2, take action. Today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect. Today. Start your financial audit tonight. Open that investment account this week. Cut one unnecessary expense tomorrow. Learn one new skill this month. Because here's the truth they don't tell you. Wealth building isn't about luck. It isn't about timing. It isn't about having rich parents or insider knowledge. It's about making different choices than everyone else is making, consistently, over time. Every day you delay is another day of compound interest you're losing. Another day your skills stagnate. Another day someone else is building the wealth that could have been yours. But if you start today, if you truly commit, then 5 years from now, you'll look back at this moment as the turning point. The moment you stopped being a victim of your circumstances and became the architect of your future. 2026 isn't just another year, it's the year. The question isn't whether there will be winners and losers in the coming economic shift. There absolutely will be. The only question is, which one will you be? If this video resonated with you, if you're ready to take action, then prove it. Hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment telling me which strategy you're implementing first. Let's build wealth together. The choice is yours. Choose wisely. Choose today.